Okay, so we have the artistic director, Anna Gould, we have the executive director, Cassie May, and we have the production manager, Kenzie Bradley.
I'm literally married to you, and you don't know my last name?
Okay, let's run it back.
Hello everybody, welcome back to On Cloud 9, a Cloud Theatrics podcast. Hopefully this week will be significantly less awkward than last.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. Today we have got some special guests. Shut up, Jess. Today we've got some special guests who are going to answer some questions that have been submitted, as well as some queries that you might have about the company.
They are the executives of our company. Their names are Anna, Cassie, and Kenzie, and they were the founders of the company. Well, I was also there. I was founder.
You and they founded the company, founded what was AVPM, and
more them than me. I was
more
there.
them than you. You were just a pretty face, and
always.
It's gonna be really cool. So yeah,
super excited. They're really nice people. Cassie and Anna were actually the first people that I met because they're started at AVPM. They're the one who asked me to play Harry, and they're two of the sweetest people I've ever met in my life. I'm being honest. They have their jokes, they have their times, but they are super sweet. They're amazing.
Don't forget Kenzie. Kenzie's great too.
Well, yeah, no, I was saying like they're the ones I met. Kenzie is also I was very intimidated Kenzie when I first met her because she was the director of a Harry Potter musical. So I was intimidated, obviously. Are you telling me you weren't intimidated by Kenzie?
Absolutely not. Kenzie's my green card wife. If the whole of America goes to the dogs, then I'm marrying her into the UK, essentially, is our plan.
And we are now being monitored by the FBI.
Hell yeah. So today we have the artistic director, Anna Gould, we have the executive director, Cassie May, and we have the production manager, Kenzie Bradley. Hi guys.
Hello.
Hey.
How's everyone doing?
Good. Doing great.
Are you excited to be on your first podcast? Wait, has anyone here been on a podcast
more excited
before?
than I've ever been.
I have.
I don't. Well.
I don't think Anna has.
Yeah.
So what I'm hearing is Cassie has more podcast
Anna.
experience than we do.
But I don't
That's
think.
true.
Wait, unless is this your two first podcast?
This is episode 2.
So it's your second podcast? Okay,
Yeah.
well this is my third.
Am I the podcast
Okay.
version?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you are the
are.
podcast
Yeah.
version. Anna has just lost her podcast virginity. We should all bake her a cake.
Well done.
Okay. So let's go around the
flow with me, guys.
What was that?
Nothing.
Okay, let's just go around the room and introduce everybody. Anna, you can go first.
Hi, my name is Anna. I'm the artistic director of Cloud Theatrics. Sorry, what else am I supposed to say? Hi, my name.
Rewind.
Oh, we're going to be here a while.
It was your idea to have all three of us on the same
No,
podcast.
it was Emily's idea.
Emily's.
Oh, it was M's idea? Okay, well,
We're
all
never
this
having
is
3
M's
people
fault.
on again.
No, okay.
Anna, you got this.
Hi, my name's Anna. I'm the artistic director for Cloud Theatrics. Basically, what my job entails is I'm in charge of all of the things fun and artsy. I'm in charge of picking the shows, making sure that all of our productions are running smoothly, doing all of the things that make all of our beautiful people just look so great and so wonderful. And I love it very much. In the rest of my life, I'm also an actor, if you could not tell by my suave everything about me. Shut up, Cassie.
I'm trying not to laugh.
Shut up, Cassie. And I am from Chicago, but I am hopefully moving soon to Los Angeles.
Awesome. Thank you. Next, we have the wonderful Cassie May.
Hello.
With more
Hi, I'm
podcast
Cassie.
experience than I do.
I know. I'm just so experienced. Hi, I'm Cassie. I'm the executive director of Cloud Theatrics. My job in the company is I do all, as Anna said, the not fun stuff. Anna does the fun stuff. I do the not fun stuff, like all the legal stuff, finances. I make sure everyone's behaving and doing their jobs and making sure they're like getting stuff done in time. Anna's the good cop. I'm the bad cop. And then like I go to Kenzie when I feel bad and I need her to yell at someone because I don't want to yell at them.
Nice.
I just
can
make
confirm.
sure
Couldn't blame
everything
ya.
runs.
Who can blame you?
I make sure everything runs and stays on its feet and is operational.
Make sure we don't go under.
Exactly. Make sure we don't break any laws.
That too. And Kenzie, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kenzie. I am the production manager of Cloud Theatrics. So I kind of have the fun and not fun job. I'm the medium between the two of them. So I'm in charge of the individual productions, making sure that all of their meetings run, all of that good stuff. I'm also the stage management consultant, so I get to work with all the stage managers, the props consultant, so I get to work with the props team, and the directing consultant. So I get to help a little bit with season selection and take care of all the directors, make sure that they're doing well. I run a lot of meetings, I assign a lot of positions, I hire people, and I have a good time. In my normal life, I am a graduate student at Villanova University. I am getting my Master's of Arts in Theater. I am a props assistant and a painting assistant, so I do a lot of props and painting during the day. I want to get a directing thesis in school, which is going to be fun. And I live in Pittsburgh. No, I don't. I live in Philly. I wish I
I was
lived in
gonna say,
Pittsburgh.
Kenzie, you do not live in Pittsburgh. I don't know
They're
why
the
my
same
face
thing
went
to me.
surprised. Like I was like, I just didn't know that, but then I was like, that's a lie.
I live
Attention,
in Pittsburgh
audience,
in my heart.
Kenzie does not know where she lives.
It's true. I don't. I move around every 2 years. You think I know? I don't know anything.
It's okay. I didn't even say where I lived. I didn't talk about my personal life at all. I just skipped right on over it.
That's okay.
Kathy
I
only
forgot.
exists as artistic director.
I forgot I had a life outside of this company for a hot second there.
Me too.
Do we though?
Me too. And then it
Do
any
slaps
of
me
us-
in the face.
I very much don't have a life outside of this
I
company.
mean, I actually
You
actually
don't.
did some self-tapes today.
I tried to.
So I do have a life outside of this company. I promise. I did some self-tape.
I believe you.
You know.
I don't.
Wow, Justin, thanks.
I have to. As a grad student, I have to. But that's why. Otherwise, I wouldn't.
Hey Anna, that's
Yeah.
that's a really cool sweater you're wearing. Where did you get it?
Oh my gosh, you mean this?
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Yeah, it's nice, right? It's from the Cloud Theatrics Redbubble shop.
Ooh.
Wow.
Nice, yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Plug
pretty much
some
anything.
nice shameless plugs right there.
I know that wasn't
Get on
scripted at
anything.
all.
I know, I'm just a really good model, guys. Like,
Hell yeah.
I
Don't
modeled once
forget-
when I was 9.
Check out our Redbubble store. The link
Yes.
will be in our bio, I think.
We have
We don't
everything.
manage this. Emily manages this, so I have no clue what's going on.
It will be, if you see a Redbubble link, click it and buy stuff, essentially.
Yes. Give us all your money.
We have literally everything. We have
It's
everything.
really nice. Y'all, like, it's
And
so
stickers,
soft.
which is
We have
most
everything
important.
except your money, so give it all to us.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that was really good, that.
Wow.
Okay, I guess we're going there. Okay, we're going there. Like, I should
Give us your money.
have brought down my notebook. I have a notebook too that's like really nice and cute, and like I'm a notebook hoarder, and so I'm like really excited to have something that's just like devoted to just us, because it's
Yeah.
like it's another notebook for me to have, and I'm just like, ooh yes, I can write in this.
You know, I'll
Exactly.
be placing my order later tonight, most likely. I'm super excited.
Me too. Me too.
I'll
You're not
be
do it.
alone,
placed in an
Justin.
order when I'm not broke.
That's also valid.
We love to hear it.
That is true.
Yeah, so give us money so eventually we can pay Cassie so she will no longer be broke.
It's
Absolutely.
true. That's my goal, is to pay everybody. We're gonna get there someday.
Someday,
Hang
at
on,
the moment,
did you-
voluntary.
Kenzie, did you say something about season selection in your
I
introduction?
sure did. I
Can you
sure
tell
did
us a
say
little-
something about
what
season.
can you tell us about that?
Tell us about the process of season selection, or
Anything.
hints at 2021.
A little bit of both would be
2021.
nice.
Give them a little
Cool.
sneak peek.
So the process of season selection, I'm going to use like vague terms, is that at the end of the year or the middle of the year, directors come up with a bunch of different ideas for shows that they would like to do. They submit a whole proposal of like how they see it being done in an online platform, different ideas that they have for shows, how much shows cost. They submit a budget, they submit a concept, they submit team recommendations, and they pitch that all to Anna. And then Anna sits down with each and every one of them. They bring in like visuals, concept boards, all of that good stuff, and pitch them to everybody. And then she decides which shows fit the season and when, versus which shows don't fit the season. And yeah, so we just finished that. I want to say we finished it in like late January. And now we have a season, but the first show of the season is being directed by me. It's Cloud Theatrics' first original production. It is called The Red Line, an anthology. It's written by Julia Witten, one of our company members, and directed by me.
I'm
Hell
so
yeah.
excited. As
It's going to be a lot of fun.
As reviewers know, I am the director of writing, so yes, I did know about this, and I'm actually really excited because the script is beautiful.
I haven't.
It
read
is
the script,
gorgeous.
but I'm excited to see it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Mark,
It's good. It's a good show.
Kenzie?
yeah, we got to get the script to you.
You really do. I
You
really
got
want
to
to
read it. It's good.
Oh my
Yep.
God, I remember the first time that Jules read a little bit for me. I was literally like in tears. It was so beautiful. Like, it's gonna be such a good show. She's absolutely talented, and oh man, everyone watching this should go see the show.
I'm excited.
talk
I'm
a little
excited
bit-
for the table read. I'm so
Oh,
excited
yes.
for the table
That's
read
gonna
to
be cool.
finally hear all like these different actors and voices. Like it's
Mhm.
it's such a different experience from like reading a script and
Right.
like listening to it.
It's gonna be
So basically, the show was created because Julia, who is the writer, and me lived in like a house together our senior year of college, and she did a solo performance class. And in the class, she wrote a bunch of like solo performances that she really liked and had kind of a through line. And she realized that after she wrote them. And so once she graduated, she continued to write them, and they slowly formed into a bunch of solo performances. So once she did that, she was like, wait, this could just become a whole play about life. And so she broke the solo performances into characters. Characters became acts. Acts became a play. And then it was pitched to Cloud Theatrics as like a possible writing team project, since she'd only been working on it by herself. And then Justin took it upon him with everybody else and made a beautiful, beautiful show that I am so excited to direct.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool.
I'm hoping to be a part of it.
Don't miss it. You know, you
Justin's
can
like
always be a
already
part of it.
ready.
I'm just gonna
He's
keep.
like,
I'm just gonna
I'm
keep
ready
putting
for
my name in there.
auditions.
Keep
Yeah.
putting his name in
Okay.
the hat until he gets it.
Exactly.
I want to get Mark to audition, but I know he's primarily not an actor.
You've sent me so many messages saying, Mark, just double checking. You don't act, do you? And I'm constantly like, no,
sure.
Kenzie, I don't.
Come join. Come to the
Mark,
dark
I can
side.
Join
sing
us.
lessons.
The
I mean,
dark
I can,
side
but
of
it
the
wouldn't be
actor.
Trauma.
I can, but I can't promise it will be any good.
He has a point.
Come on, Mark.
I'm
I'm the
System.
judge of
For
that.
me.
Mark
I
could
am
be
the
our
judge
like
of that.
acting class guinea pig.
Exactly. There you go. You guys can dabble
Like,
with your acting
if-
school.
If you can teach Mark to act, then you can teach acting.
Absolutely. You know what? That's
Mark,
fine.
I'm gonna get you. You're gonna be doing King Lear by the end of the year. I promise.
Fantastic.
I
I
will
can't
train
wait.
you and get you
Oh.
ready.
Oh, that's intense. That's intense.
I feel like Mark and
Yeah.
neither Mark or I know what you're talking about when it comes to that.
No.
The
Mark,
King
do you know?
Lear, the Shakespeare
King
show.
Lear?
King Lear.
King Lear, Justin, come on.
Whoa.
Shut up, Mark.
Come
You don't
on,
know what it is
Justin.
either.
I'm telling
I can't look at you right
Bailey.
now.
Well, that's gotta be cut
Um,
out.
I'm curious. Can you guys like explain like how, like, so obviously like we've done a bunch of shows now. How did like it start? Like, how did like particularly Cassie and Anna? How did you guys meet to like form like the company and like AVPM?
Okay, so honestly, we did not have a plan to have a company at the beginning of this. That was not our like plan at all. It started, what was it, May? Like,
Yeah.
because it was
Yeah.
right after my birthday.
Mhm.
And all the like Harry Potter musical sounds were kind of like starting to trend on TikTok. Everyone was kind of like hopping on that bandwagon. It was like starting to come back. We were in like the middle of quarantine, and Anna had posted a Harry Potter musical video using the like sounds. And I think you said like, oh, I think we were joking around and we were like, oh, that'd be so cool if we did it. And I just finally was like, you know what? I have all this free time. Why don't we just do it? Like, what's stopping us? There's nothing stopping us from just putting on a virtual production of a Harry Potter musical and getting all of our friends involved and just like doing it. So that's what we did. Anna and I hopped on a Zoom call and we like kind of figured out the logistics of it, roped Justin into it because he was like the only guy that we semi knew that could sing and play guitar. And I wasn't even like mutuals with Justin at that time. Like I had never spoken to him before, and Anna was just like, well, he can play guitar. Get him in. He can play guitar.
I know, like I didn't know Justin really at this point. Like I'd been following Justin for a little bit because a mutual friend of ours had told me to follow him. And
Wait, who? Sorry. Right.
because it was right when you were like about to hit 10K, and I was like, oh, go follow Justin, and I was like, well, I mean, why not? Like I don't have any friends. And then Justin didn't follow me for a really long time, but I don't hold it against him.
Yes, you
Justin
do.
takes a long time to follow anybody. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. This man takes like 3
For a
months.
quote unquote influencer, I'm really bad at it.
In fairness,
Yeah.
before I even knew
Okay,
Justin, he
Justin.
followed me back on Instagram immediately.
Yeah.
I was very happy about that fact.
But like I had remembered
It
like
was
a
meant
couple
to
of.
be.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm trying to tell a sappy story here.
Sorry.
Like I'd remembered like a night or two before, like Justin had been singing something, and I thought that I'd remembered him singing like a Star Kid song, but I couldn't remember. He just sang a lot, and on lives, he used to do these lives like every single night at like 1 a.m, where he'd just be like jamming on his guitar, and I was like, this is just the cutest little bean. And so I just slid into his DMs and was like, you want to play Harry Potter? And he was like, I mean, I've never seen a Harry Potter musical before, but yeah, I guess I could check it out. Yeah, okay. And that's when I learned that if I ask Justin to do something, he will always say yes.
He just does it.
That is the lesson from a Harry Potter musical, is that I can get Justin to do anything. He is my Huffle buddy, and I love him very much.
Yeah, no.
I can't relate.
Yeah,
I can't
mean,
relate.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we did a Harry Potter musical. Getting back on track since Anna like really went off on the Justin love tangent.
Hey, I
I feel
accept
like
it.
I have to.
We just have
because
to give
apparently
Justin.
I don't tell him that I love him enough, and then he gets sad.
We love you, Justin.
Oh, we love you, Justin. Don't be sad.
Anyway, back to
We
the
also
company.
love you, Mark.
Thank you.
Yeah, we did a Harry Potter musical.
Yeah, and
We
Mark.
I think everyone in this Zoom, Anna and I roped them into this. Like it
Yeah.
wasn't a voluntary. They came to us saying, "Can we be a part of this?"
Someone
like-
ropes them in.
Yeah, so
The exception, I think the exception
Mark
is
wasn't.
because I think Izzy roped Mark
roped
in.
Mark.
yeah,
and then Mark
Izzy roped
joined.
Mark in, but Mark was still.
And then I
roped
adopted
in.
Mark. Yeah.
No one on here right now voluntarily became a part of this. But most
True.
people
Yeah.
most people in the show did like voluntarily like audition and say, "Hey, I want to be a part of this." Just none of our main people.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's not. We didn't like do anything bad. We were just like here, just being like, hey.
Oh, we didn't like blackmail anyone to be in the show.
There was no blackmailing. There was just like
We were just
someone
like, "Oh, hey, we need a director," and
I don't think
Kenzie was a
anyone thought you were
director.
blackmailing.
I know.
No.
Anna just automatically assumes I think people think the worst of her.
No.
Yes.
Okay. I just like I'm trying to.
She
think
can't
of
even
how to
recover.
phrase this
She can't
correctly.
recover.
Anna, if anyone ever accuses you of like a crime, just don't speak, okay? Because you will end up like getting your.
We got back on track for approximately 8 seconds.
Okay, wait. I'll get back on track. So we did this show, and it was a lot of fun. And we just wanted to do another show, pretty much. And so we were like, well, if we're gonna do another show, like, I guess we might as well make this an official thing, you know? And the
true.
like AVPM production team kind of turned in to like our staff now.
Mhm.
With an addition of a couple of like
Yeah.
of
Other
our
people.
older cast members that we knew had experience in the industry, that we were like, hey, would you be interested in like helping us, you know, form a company and become like a legit thing? And I think everyone who we asked was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. And
Yep.
then they joined our staff, and we have like a nice little team now. We got it going. we're, becoming official, hopefully in March. That's my
Oh, yeah.
timeline right
Surely.
now.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's
really
crazy.
fun. It is really crazy. I don't,
None of us
um,
expected it. None of us expected
No.
it, and
no,
yet it was what we all got.
I 1010 did not expect to be meeting with like business attorneys when I started this. But like, next
No.
week I have a consultation with a lawyer for this
Yeah.
company.
So adult. It's so adult.
I
And
know.
like, we're so proud of Cassie for just being so adult and doing all
We
the
are.
adult things so that I can be the sparkles and rainbows. Can I mention something? There was a brief period in time where Kenzie had more followers on TikTok than I did.
It's true.
No way.
There was a brief time.
Really?
I witnessed Anna's claim to fame. So, for those who don't know, Anna and I have known each other since we were 13 in high school.
14.
That's how I got roped into AVPM. What? Oh, 14. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
He doesn't even know Anna's
Kenzie's like, just so everyone is aware, I'm not a TikToker. Like, that needs to be known. She's like,
That's
I
how I
did
got
not
brought
meet
in.
these people online.
Kenzie's like, I'm not one of those I'm not a TikToker.
I would never cosplay on TikTok.
I'm not one of those TikTok.
Yeah, no, I'm not a TikToker either.
Oh, really, Justin?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Really?
Well,
Really?
would you like to
Really?
say that? So, like, how many followers do you have?
Yeah.
And your
Let's
fan
look
pages,
at that real fast.
like,
Yeah, Justin's
Oh,
fan
yeah,
page.
your fan pages. I'm sure your fan pages would love to hear about that. Along with your 31.1K followers, they'd be very disappointed.
the thing that I want to say is
TikTok.com/Justin Kochetta. Go follow it.
I'm surprised how many company members join the company not being like cosplayers and then are already turning to the TikTok world. I've definitely seen that happen with like Rachel and Julia and like Maggie. So I've definitely seen it happen.
We're just so
I don't want to talk
influential.
about it.
I think everyone's just
I was
saying
just bored.
if you cosplay on TikTok, you get followers.
TikTok is addictive.
It's true.
It's
Mark, you're
bad.
next.
No.
Mark,
Yeah, you are.
join us.
You already
Join
make weird
us.
edits on there anyway. Like, you already make weird
really,
edits
really
on there.
cool
So.
edits on there.
I
Thank you
don't
very
know.
much for
I think
Kenzie.
the emo
Yes.
covers are more on brand for Mark.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh
But
my
you
gosh,
have a point.
Mark, I can like pull out like my leather jacket and like old band shirts and like duet you.
Hell
Be,
yeah,
like,
do it.
Emo scene kids together.
Please do it.
Best
And do
thing I've
that
ever
big
heard.
hair
Yeah,
swoop
bring
that
back
you
the
do.
hair, yeah.
The
Gorgeous.
curtain bangs.
Yes.
Or what? No, I guess curtain bangs are like, I don't know, what was that called? The like
swoosh.
side bang, I guess.
Hair
The,
Oh, I
s-
have no.
the
The
swoosh.
floofy swoosh.
But anyway, I'm immune to cosplaying. I will never, ever do it on
Oh.
TikTok.
Do it on TikTok. Do it on
Kenzie,
TikTok.
bet.
No.
I-
I
TikTok.
cosplayed before it was cool, and then I stopped doing it, and I miss it, but like I'm not going to buy
Well,
stuff anymore
you
'cause
know
I'm
what?
broke.
Next year, I will drag you to a con, and then I will film a TikTok of you, and then you can no longer say that you don't cosplay on TikTok.
Fair
Mm.
enough. Because if I go to a con, I am going to put on my Katniss Everdeen cosplay and like go ham, Like I'm not
Yeah.
going to deny it.
Exactly. You gotta.
You've gotta.
You gotta, right?
So,
I'm not.
what were you saying?
Go ahead, Mark.
Go ahead, Mark.
Well, I was gonna move on, but did you want to finish saying what you were saying?
No.
It's too late now.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, I
wow.
was just gonna ask, what was doing AVPM like for you guys? So obviously, you said how it came about, but what was it like being on it and doing it?
Can I speak to this first? So I was the director of AVPM. I had never done Zoom stuff before. Anna had sent me a text at 10 in the morning, and my initial reaction was no. But then I was if I don't do this, I know that I'm gonna regret it. That's what I said to myself. I took a couple minutes to respond. I was I know that if I say no, I'm gonna regret it because it's gonna be a lot of fun. And it was Corona, and my job got canceled. I was it was my first theater job. It got canceled. I was really sad. And so I was you know what? I have nothing else to do. I'm gonna do it. And when I first started it, based on what was handed to me, I didn't think it was gonna happen. I was I don't know. There's not a real possibility this is gonna happen. But then I sent a message to the whole group chat of all the cast, and I was we need music directors, technical directors, editors, all this stuff. And people started coming out of the woodwork being like, yeah, I'm trained on those things. So we started to make it happen. During the actual process, I was on Discord 24/7. I had my phone on me at all times, responding to questions, answering things, making it work. And I was rehearsing probably 5 to 8 hours a day. There were a few 10-hour days that I did because we would just do an hour of each scene and then like switch back and forth. And so it was crazy. It was a lot of like intense energy, but it was so much fun. And in the end, we created something really awesome and like gorgeous. But I remember there were a few times where we were like, oh my gosh, this isn't going to happen. Okay, fine. Not awesome and gorgeous, but funny and adorable. You know, it was great. I didn't expect it to become what it was, but it was amazing.
Kenzie,
and I would do it again.
Kenzie, speak for yourself. I was gorgeous.
I think
you
the
and
word
your
you were
blonde
looking
wig.
I think the word that you were trying to
Missed
look
that
for
wig.
was totally awesome.
Oh, yes.
Oh my God. Boo. Boo.
Totally
Kick her out.
awesome.
Kick her from the Zoom call.
Get out.
Oh my God.
I can fire all of you.
You wish you
But
could
yeah,
fire me.
I
I'm
was
not going
making
nowhere.
Justin's domain.
Because I was making the schedule, I was like making the schedule, waking up at 8 a.m. because that was perfect for like the British people, and then rehearsing until like 8 p.m. because that was good for the people in the West Coast. So I was like sneaking things into all of my schedule. Like my parents were like seeing me come downstairs at like 4 a.m, grabbing a snack, and they're like, "What were you up at 4 a.m?" I was like, "I was working on a schedule and eating. Like I gotta eat." So it was absolutely crazy, and I loved it though. Like that's what made me want to be in the company forever. So like, not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, speaking on the fact of you not thinking it was going to happen, as we may or may not know, I didn't think it was going to happen until like the week before. So
I know you know that, Justin. I know you know that.
Justin, do you really want to admit that to everyone on here?
I'm
He
pretty
already
sure I
has.
did it in the
He
last
admitted it
one
last
too.
week. Yeah.
Yeah, spoiler
I'm very
alert,
open
Justin
about it.
didn't give a crap.
Well, this is why I want to be in Redline so bad, because like I am a serious actor. Well, at least I
Justin wants to redeem himself.
I need a redemption.
I mean, I gave Justin a letter
Justin
of
Redemption
recommendation.
Arc. Get it trending on Twitter.
Yep.
I love
gave
that
Justin a letter of recommendation to his colleges, so I hope he auditions for my show.
Justin, you didn't ask me for a letter of recommendation?
I know. Justin didn't ask me either.
Justin didn't ask me
here's
either.
The thing. Here, Mark, don't even go there.
Mark.
First of all, you see,
I'm hurt.
I love you all equally, but
he just loves Kenzie more.
When it comes to professionality, I will look for Kenzie because I see Anna and Cassie more of friends and Kenzie more of a boss.
Well, I don't know if that's an insult
Justin
or a
doesn't see you
compliment.
as
It's a
friend,
very
Kenzie.
good compliment because I still love you, Kenzie, obviously.
Yay!
Is it because she doesn't cosplay on TikTok and we do?
That actually could be
That's
it.
it.
I don't know
Also
how my
be-
brain works.
That's it.
I mean, it might also be because I have like jobs.
I'd imagine it's because.
Wow, Kenzie. Wow.
I'd imagine
Way to
because in
like
AV.
throw my unemployment in my face like that.
In
You know
fairness,
what that hurt?
I'd imagine it's because in ABPM, Kenzie was his director and you guys were
It's
cast.
true. That's
You were
true.
at your
From the
cast.
start, he's
Against you
seen
guys.
Kenzie as like director.
I just go.
I wrote a very nice personal letter for Justin. I like had my parents review it to make sure that it was like as imbued with like professional love as I could, and then I like sent it along. So I'm really proud of it. I wrote very nice things. I'll let you read it after you get into like one of the schools. I'll be like, here's a letter for you of what I read. So it's another incentive.
Okay, so now we have like. Okay, so we had some audience questions given to us on Instagram. We sent out a poll, and people sent in some questions. So the first one is, what is it like doing theatre digitally?
As someone who's doing theater in person and digitally at the same time through like my graduate school and here, it's wild because like at school or like in an educational setting, you have like limited hours which you can work. We would really do it anytime. We are spread out between 7 different time zones. So like whatever works for everybody, that could be 11 p.m. or 9 a.m. or 8 a.m. That's when it's done. And it's like, you're professional, but also you have like this aspect of like, I'm at home. I'm not like in a like actual rehearsal room physically. So it's like trying to remember to put yourself in the mindset of like, oh, I'm actually in rehearsal right now. I should not be eating. I should not be surfing the web at the same time. I'm talking about this from a production manager standpoint, but like that's how I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think some things are easier when it comes to scheduling, with like the flexibility that we have. Like I can have a rehearsal, like Kenzie said, at like 11 p.m. and like I'm a night owl, so like that's fine for me. But like normally if you're in a show, rehearsal isn't going to start at 11 p.m. Like you're doing it in the middle of the day and you have to like work it around your other schedules and stuff. The hardest like thing for me doing it digitally is not having your actors present in the same space when it comes to costumes and props. That is like one of the biggest things, because I'm like, oh, like let's do like costume fittings, and I can be like, oh yeah, I can totally make that, but then I'm like, well yeah, I could make it, but how am I supposed to get it to them? How am I supposed to do fittings for them? Like, where are my costumers? Where are the dressers? But set wise, I think it's really cool because we can do a lot of fun stuff digitally, set wise, that obviously we couldn't do in like real life. In real life, in person, not in like we are in real life, but you know what I meant.
I described it once as like switching one thing for another. Like instead of having a technical director who works with building sets and scenic painters and scenic artisans who literally paint them, we are swapping for a technical director who is actually super skilled in editing, such as Mark, and people who are skilled with like using YouTube and all of that stuff. So just changing one thing.
Graphic design.
We love Mark.
Yeah.
We do that.
I've had a very interesting experience, the two shows that I've acted in. They were very different roles. Hermione and Lady Windermere. Yeah, you know, there were some similarities. There really weren't. And so I've had to do a very interesting variety of things throughout the process, such as having to make out with someone over Zoom. Which was an experience, but like I think that it's super cool. It took a long time. That was like the thing that I think we rehearsed the most in AVPM, by the way, is just because me and the guy who played Ron, Fizz, we could not like keep it together. And of course, Kenzie was like, we're just going to make this as ridiculous as possible. And Justin and Coley just kind of got to go, ooh, mwah. And then we're just fully just like going, blah, 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 blah. It was disgusting. And I'm so terrified that someday an employer is going to find that video and say, what is this? But like,
if you haven't seen the AVPM kiss scene yet and you're listening to this, please go to our YouTube and watch it, please.
Oh God. But yeah,
it was a form of intimacy coaching. We had to like intimacy coach it like it was in person, but instead it was on Zoom.
It was good practice. It was good practice.
Yep.
I've had a lot of really great experiences. The casts have been incredible for all the shows. My favorite thing is just being able to like work with people who live across the world and just all be in the same room. Like if we were like in person, we wouldn't be able to be, you know, having Mark be there, or like Emily or Amy or just any of our other wonderful people who live across the pond, as you might say. Like we couldn't even do the way that we do things. Like we're all spread out, and like I think that's one of the coolest things about us is that we are spread out through 7 different time zones, and we're able to all come together to do a show. And I think that's really awesome. That being said, it is very, very difficult to be in the middle of a dramatic scene when your dad or like your dog decides to like burst into the office and like interrupt, and you have to be like, I'm acting, you know, like I've had to do that like a lot because like, you know, I'm at home. Sometimes parents have no boundaries and they'll walk in and be like, are you in rehearsal? I'm like, yes, I'm in rehearsal. Or like my dog, he has like separation anxiety. So if the door to this office is closed, he will headbutt it and like hit it. And then you'll just hear him crying until you open the door, and then he'll immediately jump on the bed and then want to leave 2 minutes later. So like I'm in the middle. So like there was a lot of times during Lady Windermere's band where I was like in the middle of like this really dramatic, intense scene where I was like yelling at my husband, and then my dog would like be running around in the background, and I'd be like having to open and close doors. And it was just, that's not something that you're going to be experiencing much when you're, you know,
Not at all.
acting in
Nope.
acting in the theater. It's fun. I feel like we're making it sound like it's bad. It's like genuinely like the rehearsals are so much fun, and we have just like the best time. Like it's such a positive experience. I love it.
Okay, so
Yep.
next question, actually, this one is actually kind of really good for all of us. How can I donate?
Ooh, we actually have a lot of options for this. A lot. We have two. So we do have a Ko-Fi set up. And on our Ko-Fi, you can donate whatever you want, whatever amount you want there to help us out. You can leave us like fun little messages. And I think, yeah, there's nothing really else. Do we put goals on Ko-Fi? Do we personally put goals on Ko-Fi? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
No. You can cut that out.
No.
And then we have our Patreon, which is like a subscription based thing. And if you subscribe to our Patreon, their tier 1 is debuting when this is going to be out already, right? Yeah.
Yeah, this will be
Yeah,
out,
this will
and
be-
the video to this podcast will actually be on our Patreon. So if you want to come watch
Oh,
it,
yes. Because our
Yes,
tier
come see
1,
our
I
pretty
believe
faces.
it's like $3 a month, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so our tier 1 Patreon is $3 a month. It's a subscription-based service, and we're going to be uploading our videos to our podcast on there. A lot of behind-the-scenes looks, fun little videos like Sky's fireside chat. Some of those I think are going to be put on the Patreon. It's going to be a lot of fun and a lot of content, and then you get something. Like you're getting all this good content and you're helping us out a little bit financially, so we can do some really fun shows for our next season.
yeah. And don't forget the
We
Red
also,
Bubble.
we also have the Redbubble.
Yeah, but that's not donating. That's
It's-
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
like
just
part of the
buying things.
proceeds go
that's
to
buying
us.
things,
Okay,
but
yeah,
proceeds
but, like,
go to us.
yeah.
I know. I mean,
It's
it's
a
not
way-
donating, but you get some really cool stuff out of it, and
Yeah.
you get to support us.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
way to
yeah.
help us out.
Cool. So the next question is, how long does it take you to come up with ideas for musicals and I guess shows as well to perform?
I'd say let's give this one to Anna as the one in charge of season selection.
As far as I'm sorry, do you mean like just like coming up with the ideas for musicals, like what we're doing
when
for the year?
I guess when we come up with our seasons, how long does that process take?
Well, generally this time around it took about 2 months start to finish. We opened the applications in December and we just released our season, so at the end of January. My goal for next year is to start it a little bit earlier though, so that we can possibly get shows that we can apply for rights to, so that we can do some other fun shows. The whole process, start to finish, like I said, about a month and a half. I've just been working on scheduling and stuff like that since then. We had all of our directors submit show proposals, and oh my gosh, my mind is blanking. I'm so sorry.
Well, it normally takes like once we have the shows picked and like Anna approves them, they then move into a pre-production process where the stage managers make the servers. We have a bunch of meetings to decide how auditions are going to work. So really, depending on when the show is in the season, it could take 10 months, because if it's a musical, it might need more and it might be at the end of the year, but you want to start pre-production as soon as possible to make sure that everything is perfect for the time of the show. So it just depends on the show, I'd say. And also, the music directors have to make backing tracks, guide vocals. If it's a musical, if it's a straight play, depends on the play.
Yeah.
If it's a writing team project, it could take years because they got to write it, just changes.
Yeah,
By the way,
And-
I do have intel that we do set goals on our Ko-Fi.
we do. Oh, that's great.
We do set goals.
But yeah, like, I don't know. I had a lot of fun. This is the first time that I've ever done anything as an artistic director. I've always been just an actor. So being able to see a little bit more of the behind the scenes and being able to pick shows that I think are going to be really good for the company was a really great experience. And every single show that we are going to be putting up this year, the director is phenomenal. The concept is absolutely incredible. I'm going to say it. I think it's going to be a really great season, and it's going to be really talented. And we have a really talented company full of just incredible people. And I think that it's going to be a really great thing. We've already started pre-production for our first show. And typically we do that for about a month or two in advance, just to try to get everything set. We want to make sure that anything is accounted for, like everything is just in a line. We want to make sure, that all of the music is put together, that there's a good, solid way that we're going to be editing things. We've used software for our last show called OBS. I believe that's what it's called, right?
Yeah.
Correct? Yeah. And it looked so cool, and we want to do that again. We have to, make virtual backgrounds, which I think was a lot of fun. And, get everything put together. We have a really amazing casting director who will always give really great insights. And yeah.
Okay, and for our last question, do we plan on continuing the company after COVID?
Yes.
Oh, totally. 100%.
Yes.
We're way
yes,
too
yes,
deep
yes.
in it now.
Well, also, I think that virtual theater is always going to be a thing now as a result of COVID. Like some people are never going to feel comfortable in a theater again. At least it's going to be a couple more years until they feel that way. And also now getting theater from the comfort of your own home is going to be a huge, I think the theater is going to evolve and split in between in-person theater and online theater. And so that's always going to be an option. So this company will still be in business.
Yeah. I think as the years move on, our company is based on innovating within the industry. So there'll definitely be some changes to the way we do things. As soon as things are safe again, I know we have a couple groups of our company members who already want to do an in-person production that is then live streamed online. And I think that would be a really awesome thing to add to our company. So yeah, we're definitely going to be innovating, changing, constantly on the ball to make sure that we're up with the times.
Yeah.
I'm super excited.
Yeah, and
one of my goals. Go ahead.
Just adding on to that, like I said earlier, I think it's really amazing that we're able to kind of have people from all over the world to be able to come together and create things. And I don't think that's anything that's going to go away. I think that's a really cool thing. This also is just from a purely artistic point of view, as someone who has done both film and live theater acting, I think this is a really cool way to kind of combine those two mediums and kind of make the best of both worlds for people who maybe want to try out film acting, but they've only ever done theater. This is kind of a good way to be oh, okay, so you can kind of see now how the camera picks up everything that your face is doing. And if you're doing too much with your face, then you look like an idiot. And it's a really great way to kind of get that experience. And it's still a great way to be able to kind of do live theater, because we are performing shows technically, even though it's recorded and all digital, it's still live. We are all on a Zoom together. We're all talking in real time. And to quote Hannah Montana, you get the best of both worlds. And I think that that's just something that's truly amazing. And I really, really would love to continue this for a very long time.
Anna, that's cliche as fuck. I'm just saying. Saying.
Hannah.
Also, one last thing I want to add is, as production manager, I have a few goals for the company. One is to make sure that everybody gets paid and that we can get insurance for everybody. I'd love for that to happen one day. And another one is to hopefully open up a house, like a theater playhouse. Whenever that is, where it is, obviously is all subject to change. But in the future, that's one of my long-term goals for the company, is so that we can do stuff that can be live streamed around the world. And maybe we can get grants so that our company members from other countries can fly in, participate in the show for a few months, fly out. That's a goal of mine even before this company existed. So now this is the perfect vehicle to achieve that.
I say let's do Cloud Theatrics on tour.
Cloud Theatrics on tour.
Hey,
Cloud Theatrics on tour.
Cloud Theatrics at Disney World.
Anna, you just want to go to Disney World.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. Cloud Theatrics on tour. That's going to be interesting.
I think it'll be great. That'll be so cool.
I would love to have a tour bus with all of you guys.
That'd be awesome.
I don't know about it. I don't know if I want to be on a bus with all you guys, but the tour itself.
All 50 of us?
Well, there'd be multiple tour buses.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we share a bus, Cassie?
Yeah.
What am I, chopped liver? Am I chopped liver?
Justin, do you want to sit next
Do you
to me
want
on
the
bus?
top bunk or the bottom bunk, Anna?
Sure.
I mean,
Yes.
I'm scared of heights, but I'll take whatever you want.
Me, Justin,
Emily's
and Kenzie
not
can sit at
here.
the back of the bus.
There you
Yeah,
go.
we get the
I was
three
gonna say,
seater,
we
the
get to sit in the
good.
back.
We get the good seat. We
Yes!
get the good seat.
Cool. Can I sit in the middle?
Yes,
Can I sit in
absolutely.
the middle? Yes.
Okay,
want the
but our
aisle.
bus though, Cassie and I's bus, it's gonna have One Direction on it. So
Oh, definitely.
You're
yeah,
assuming my bus isn't.
One Direction split up.
Yeah, like hold on.
we're
Our
taking
bus
the
is
One
gonna have
Mark, we
Direction
don't
bus.
talk about that.
No.
We-
We're taking the One Direction bus.
Anna and I will be purchasing the old One Direction tour bus. We will hunt it down and find out who has it and purchase
You
it.
You know,
can't use
Cassie, you
Cloud
know that
Theatrics funds.
They're not still on the bus,
Excuse-
you know. They
Hey.
did leave.
No, but their essence.
Their essence is
Their
going to be there, though. I want the essence.
I don't know how I feel about that one. I'm not gonna lie. It seems.
One Direction.
Oh, no.
I'd buy that perfume.
Okay, we're divulging.
Actually, I think that's it. We're through.
Yeah.
Through the.
Through
Yeah.
the
Oh,
questions.
that's
Yeah.
so sad.
Thank you guys so much for joining us, though. It's really nice
Yeah,
to have
thank you.
guests. Like you're our first guests
This
on our
is
second
fun.
You're honored.
episode of podcast.
Did great.
We're
It was a lot
honored.
of fun.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Thank you
really
both.
happy with how this went. Thank you guys so much for coming.
Of course.
Thank
Bye,
you.
guys.
Bye.
Have a nice time, guys. Bye.
You know, it was really nice having other people on the podcast.
Yeah, it was really nice to hear a voice that wasn't you and wasn't me.
I don't know if I should take offense to that, but I also agree.
You should absolutely take offense to that. I think you're a pain in the ass.
Well, no, they're great. Like we said earlier, they're just phenomenal people. I hope they answered all the questions well. I think they did. I never know what's going on.
Yeah, well, I hope whoever submitted those questions, I hope your question is answered,
Yes, very much.
essentially.
And if not, message someone that's not us.
No, we can answer the questions. We're really capable.
Okay, message Mark.
Message me, I'm great. Mark
is
Jones
good.
Music _ on Instagram. Yeah.
Did you just shamelessly plug yourself?
Yes.
That was great. I love that. I love that so much. But actually, no. Go listen to If on Spotify.
Oh yeah, go listen to it on Spotify. I feel like we can't keep
Mark
this
has
in.
more songs, but If it's just a bop. I
feel
love.
like I feel like we can't keep that in.
No, we can, and we're going to. This is our podcast, and I'm going to promote you because your music is phenomenal.
Oh, thanks, Justin.
Especially If. I love If. I actually just added it to my playlist today because I realized it wasn't in my playlist, and I was like,
Oh, yeah.
it needs to be.
But yeah, I think that's all we have time for.
Yeah, I do. So thank you guys. Oh wow, that was stupid.
I do.
I didn't- Yeah, I do. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And if you guys enjoyed,
And then, but mention that the video is going
thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I really enjoyed talking to Anna, Cassie, Kenzie, and I know Mark did too.
Yeah.
Don't forget that if you're here listening and you want to watch it, to go subscribe to our Tier 1 Patreon, which is $3 a month, and you'll get to see our beautiful faces as much as you want.
Hell yeah.
And many, many, many other amazing projects that are coming soon. I know Mark and I know a lot about them that we can't talk about, but they're going to be absolutely phenomenal. So
Yeah.
subscribe to our Patreon if you can. It helps us out, and you guys get great content from us as well. And also don't forget to check out our Redbubble and our Ko-Fi if you want merch or if you just want to support us. Every one of these links can be found on our website. That's right. We have an official website, www.cloudtheatrics.com. That is www.cloudtheatrics.com. And I'm going to have Mark put that on the screen. But there are, for the Patreon viewers, they'll put it on the screen, and I'm sure it'll be in the bio of wherever you're listening to this. And again, thank you so much for tuning in. Love everybody who's listening. And I'm super excited to be back with episode 3. Thank you.
Hell yeah. I've been Mark.
I've been Justin.
We'll see you guys later.
On Cloud 9, a Cloud Theatrics podcast is produced in affiliation with Cloud Theatrics.
However, not all of the views or values expressed within this podcast necessarily reflect the views or values of our company.
This podcast stars Mark James and Justin Kochetta. It is edited by Mark James and Justin Kochetta and produced by Emily Foster. Thank you for listening. See you next time.